All right, y'all ready to test out some Russian cabbage rolls? Did everyone download the recipes that I'm testing out this morning? If you've got your recipe handy, I want to start with the quick Russian cabbage roll recipe. And then we'll go into the, what did I call the other one? Just baked cabbage rolls. I went ahead and got the cabbage ready. What I did is I'm just using one head of cabbage this morning because, well, we're testing the recipe, right? I don't want to make a million yucky cabbage rolls. So I just got one head of cabbage. And what I did is I took out the core. I put a trivet in the iPot, added a cup of water, laid the cabbage core cut down onto the trivet, and pressure cooked it for 1 minute. And then I let the steam out. I took the cabbage out, and then I let it cool. And I just kind of tried to open up the cabbage and make it blossom out, and that helped it to cool down faster. I've already made some cabbage rolls because one of these takes like 30 minutes to bake. So I've already got one dish already baked up. So I have about 10 cabbage leaves here that are ready to go. So these are going to be really small dishes, which might be perfect for y'all. You know, if you just want to make a few cabbage rolls, you don't want to eat a million of them. You just want to eat a few. I think this is a really good place to start. Anyways, that was really easy. And let me tell you what I learned. Last night, I put a whole head of cabbage in my big 8-quart. I pressure cooked it for 5 minutes, took it out, let it cool, put it in the refrigerator. And this morning it was so tender I couldn't get it to pull apart. So I had to make a mad dash to the grocery store and get a fresh cabbage. And I was like, okay, this time I'm just going 1 minute. And 1 minute was perfect because it got the outside leaves tender and the very core is undercooked. I mean, it got warm all the way to the center, but this is still undercooked. I'm gonna chop this up real fine and then just add this to our cabbage roll recipe and let this cabbage finish cooking. Let me start with the quick Russian cabbage rolls. Now this is one of those, if you have leftovers, this is how this is gonna work. So yesterday I made soy curl meatloaf. Now I've already warmed this up so it wouldn't slow down the cooking process. And then I have some leftover brown rice. Because we're testing, there's nothing, we're not drawing pictures in the cement right now, okay? So what I want us to do, and I need your help with, is just working this recipe out. I want your help in making this an OMG good recipe. So I'm not following the exact measurements that you're looking at on the PDF. We're just gonna kind of work this through, but I'm gonna go ahead and share with you what I estimate I'm using today. Okay, so I'm guessing that's about 1.5 cups leftover meatloaf. Here, I definitely have about 1.5 cup cooked brown rice. Just add that in there. All right, let's stir this up. I don't know about y'all, but I'm hoping that this will be a fun recipe to throw together. If you had, maybe you made too much meatloaf and you're kind of already burned out on it, and you want to do something else with it. I'm hoping this would be a good recipe for that. Or if you have some, that you've got up in the freezer and you want to do something else with it, like maybe you've put your meatloaf in the freezer, that would work. And I'm liking the idea that we don't really have to add any spices. We're just trying to make a quick filling. Of course, I'm going to have more filling than cabbage leaves. That's okay, because we're just testing. This quick recipe is going to go in the iPot. And here's where I'm torn. Everything's cooked. If we pressure cook, we don't have to pressure cook very long. The point of the pressure cooking will be to just heat everything through. I am concerned about the pasta sauce, the tomato sauce. I'm going to use an organic marinara my family is used to eating. I thought if I used a sauce that they were accustomed to and already liked, it might help them like the cabbage rolls more. On the iPot, I'm kind of torn whether we should pressure cook it, make it a super fast meal, pressure cook it for just a couple of minutes to get it hot all the way through, and it's, literally a quick cabbage roll meal, or turning on the slow cook mode and slow cooking these cabbage rolls. I mean, I think that it would, slow cooking would bring out the flavors more. What do y'all think? I added some water to my iPot. I wanted the iPot to get hot. I probably added about a cup of water in there. That's really hot. And I'm gonna back this up just a little bit. Let's see, how much do I have? Yeah, that's all right. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Y'all know how easy it is for pasta sauce to burn on the bottom of our iPots. So I'm thinking I want to start the bottom of my iPot with some watered down pasta sauce. What do y'all think? Do something like this. I have a 24-ounce jar of marinara sauce. It's pretty thick. Walking this in, y'all. Walking it in. Walking on pasta sauce. Baby, yeah. Okay, still soupy. Can y'all see that all right? I hope so. Let's roll some of these and get this going. Oh, hey, let's cut this up. I want to put this on the bottom so I know that it will cook. Give this a little choppy poo. And this could act like a little bed and keep our cabbage rolls up out of that watery sauce. What do you think? That's pretty smart. I'm having a smart moment, y'all. I'm feeling smart. That'll work. That's not a lot, but it's enough. We're living it together. All right, let's make this happen. You can see my leaves here. I watched a bunch of grandmas on YouTube do this, so I'm doing what grandma would have done. As the cabbage leaves were cooling, I took a paring knife and I just shaved that back cabbage leaf and took that rib off, enough to make it flexible. Of course, it took me cutting several cabbage leaves to figure that out, how to get my mojo going. Okay, I've hit the saute. That's gonna get things hot. Let's start stuffing. Okay, I have no idea how much we should measure. Sticking this in there. I'm guessing about 1/4 a cup or maybe 1/3 cup. Let's roll this up. I'm gonna do this burrito style because, you know, I'm a Texan. And that's all I know is burritos, baby. Oh, that looks pretty. Oh, look. The first cabbage roll. One cabbage roll down. We're just going to tuck that in there. I'm going to work quick. I've already counted out my cabbage here. My cabbage leaves. Look at that. Amazing grace. Ooh, I got a big old leaf. I can make a big old honking cabbage leaf out of this one. Cabbage roll. Oh, baby. Are you using OBS? Nope. No, I am not. I know what that is. Just so you know, I'm hip. I'm hip to my software. Okay, oh, forgot to tuck. Okay, can't talk and cook. Oh, this one blew out. I got a blowout. And, oh well, blowouts happen. One more. Oh, it's already sizzling. All right, I'm gonna work fast. Oh, hold on. Boom, over, side, side. There we go. Oh, these are gonna be so cool. Ouch, ouch, hot sauce. Ow, I touched the sauce. Okay, now we're gonna cover with just thick marinara. How about that? Oh, baby. That look good? I don't want to over sauce it. I think that'll be good. Let's not drown the cabbage rolls. What do you say? Lid, where are you? All right, lid on. Steam release handle in the sealing position. Hitting cancel to cancel the saute mode. And I'm going to hit manual and then hit the minus key to take it down to, how long do you think this should take? Let's just go 1 minute. Ooh, what a mess. All right, I won't clean the counter even though I want to. Now let's move to baked cabbage rolls. Okay, this is a little filling left over from, like I said, I've already baked up a little dish of this stuff. So for this next recipe, I need some soy curls. I got some shredded carrot. I got some onion already cut up because I cheated and went to the store and bought the cut up kind. And then I've got some rice. I'm winging it on this one too. The measurements, I'm totally winging it, all right? On the soy curls, I had soy curls that I had already rehydrated and seasoned in the freezer. So what I did this morning is I took them out of the freezer, ran some hot water over them, squeezed them out, then put them in my Breville all-in-one processing system with the S-blade and ran that on high speed until it looked like ground meat. Okay, so that's my soy curls. So they're already a little salty. Okay, let's just go about 1.5 cups of soy curls, finely chopped. Let's get some rice in there. Let's go 1 cup of rice. I'm a figuring. Okay, and then I have some shredded carrots that I grated up in my all-in-one food processor. I did these first, and then I did the soy curls. So I'm just gonna put enough in here to make it look pretty. Dun, 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 dun. Let's walk that in. Let's see, do we have a nice balance of color here? That's all I'm shooting for. And then let's walk some onion in there. About 3 tablespoons worth. I want to season this before I add the tomato paste, so I'm just gonna put a dash of salt in here. I've got some dried parsley. I'm gonna go, looks like I need about 2 teaspoons. We'll see what that looks like. And then I'm gonna put about a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper in here because I like pepper. I like pepper and I cannot lie. Oh, it smells so pretty. I am gonna taste this for salt right now before I go any further. Oh yeah. That works. Wow. That's amazing how delicious that tastes and how simple it really is. Parsley, pepper, salt, and then when I rehydrated those soy curls before putting them in the freezer, I just rehydrated them with Bragg liquid aminos just to give it a nice smoky, salty flavor. But it's just very mild. The flavor's very mild, so it's not a big deal. So I'm going to use tomato paste as a way to bring the soy curls together, kind of like a binder. If we were making real cabbage rolls, we'd have the fat from the meat to help bring everything together, right? Kind of bind it all together, but we don't have that, and we're not using oils. All right, I'm going 1.5 tablespoons. I learned when I was learning to make Italian sausage with soy curls that I could use tomato paste in place of oil to help bind my ingredients together. So I'm borrowing from that rodeo, which is probably a terrible term for a vegan, but I don't know of any other way to say it. Circus? No, that's a terrible term too. I can't use that. What is it? Event? Potluck? We'll just have to say potluck. This ain't my first potluck, baby. There we go. I just changed it. What do y'all think? Instead of saying rodeo, this ain't my first rodeo, or saying this ain't my first circus, we're just going to say this ain't my first potluck, baby. There we go. Look at that. It's added a little more color, and it's helping. Because I'm not doing a whole lot, I'm going to use my vintage Pyrex. Oh, I've had that forever. Now, on this one, I thought let's try a more traditional tomato sauce. So in here, I have I coughed up and bought a really fancy, I think it's fancy, a fancy can of tomato puree. I've added some salt and pepper to it, a little bit of brown sugar, and like a tablespoon's worth of brown sugar, and then I added a tablespoon of lemon juice. I know that's not in the recipe, so write that down if you want to. Just kind of winging it. And all I was trying to do was just brighten up the flavor of this puree, and I did add a little water to it. Okay. All right, let's cover the bottom of the pot like we're supposed to. All right, here we go. Can you see? Let's do it. You can see better when I do it that way. Okay. Everybody doing all right? Oh, this ain't my first picnic. I like that. Oh, I like that more. This ain't my first picnic, baby. Oh, let's make that stick. Let's turn that into a shirt. I'm still trying to work out like how much we should fill the cabbage roll with. Ooh, can you see okay? Yeah, you can see. Fold it up. Dun, da, da. It's kind of like working with rice paper when you make spring rolls. Ooh, look at this big old leaf. Baby. Baby, baby. Baby, baby. Uh-oh, I got a little, hold on, I got a little tomato paste that got clumped up. I see you. I see you trying to make me look bad. Oh, now I'm getting the hang of it. What, I got 3 cabbage leaves left, and now I got it. Isn't that just the way? Learning something new, and about the last few things you have left, you're like, oh, I got the hang of this now. I've got it mastered. Now that I'm finished. Boo. Oh, there we go. Look at that. I'm learning to work that spoon now. Oh, yeah. I'm getting jiggy with it. Getting jiggy with it. I have a dilemma. I only have room for one more. I'm going to have to squeeze these in. Look at there. Just barely got it in there. I saw that some Ukrainian cooks that make cabbage rolls like to add shredded carrot to their tomato sauce. So I was kind of thinking that maybe I would add, just for pretties, I'd add a little shredded carrot to the top. Let's run a little sauce over the top and cover these up. Like that. I don't want to drown them. I'm going to put these in my Breville because there's not a lot here. If I had a 13 by 9 casserole dish that I had filled with cabbage rolls, I could still put it in the Breville Smart Oven because it's that big. You're not going to be able to see me do this, but just trust me. I'm going to pop this in the Breville at 350 degrees for 30 minutes. I'm going to leave it uncovered so that the liquids from the sauce can cook out and get nice and thick. Okay. There's the one I baked earlier. Oh. This is done. This is on keep warm. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so here's what we just put in the Breville that I did earlier. What do y'all think? I got a little browning there on the corner. I should have covered it with a little more sauce. But it was my first time. So I wasn't sure. The sauce, 30 minutes, the tomato sauce definitely cooks down. The carrot looks pretty. Yay. Let's see what this looks like. All right, let's let the steam out. Shouldn't be a whole lot in there. Ooh, pair it with collard greens. That sounds good too. Okay, y'all ready? Ouch! Do not put your wrist, hands, or face over that steam release handle because it's hot. Ouch! Man, that hurts. Reveal. Oh! Wow, that looks totally different. That's really boiling. I think I want to wait just a minute or two before I try to lift those out. Let's try slotted spoon. Here we go. Moment of truth. Yeah, okay, good. Let's start with an ugly one on the side. Yeesh. Oh. Wait, how we go? Wait, this way. There we go. Those look so pretty. All right, that's that one. Let's do a bigger one. We got to do a picture, right? That's Charlie taking pictures. Cha-cha-ching, cha-cha-ching. Okay, there's that one. There's one. This is in the iPot. Yay! Love it. Okay, that was quick Russian cabbage rolls in the iPot. We're going to have to let those cool for a minute. Let me try getting this out of the side. This one definitely looks drier. These don't look as cooked through. Different. I definitely should have covered these with tomato sauce. Oh no! Oh no, it's falling apart. Oh no, oh no! Yeesh. Let's cover this with tomato sauce for the picture. There we go, we'll cover it, hide it. My wrist is on fire. Can you see that? Can you see that my wrist is red? The things I do for love. Okay, there we go. That one's not as pretty. Oh well. In the eye pot and baked. Oh, this one's prettier. Oh, look. Nice and close. Definitely difference between the Instant Pot and baking. Now, this was a leaf from the very center of the cabbage. So that's probably why it's not as pale and translucent as the other one. But I can tell that it's cooked tender. You watch me eat them and we'll see if these actually turn out any good. Okay, I'm gonna try the baked one first. Hey Charlie! Let's see if Charlie likes it. No, not those.
Oh no.
Not those. Those are for the picture. You gotta dip right here.
Oh, okay. Which one's which? What's the...
Okay, this one was baked, and this one was in the eye pot. Oh, this one, the filling I made from scratch.
Okay.
This is filled with last night's meatloaf and rice. So they're going to be two different flavors.
Okay.
I can't eat left-handed. Oh, it's still connected. Hold on. Hey,
Here, let me help you with that.
Get off.
Okay, back up.
Well, I'm trying to scoop my bite. It's hot.
Is
Be
it
careful.
hot?
Careful.
Okay.
It's hot.
Ow, quit it. Ow, quit it. Oh yeah, it's hot.
Ooh, that's good. Ooh.
That's definitely a way to make those leftovers into something new.
Okay, doing the meatloaf is really good. That's good.
Yeah,
they're really good.
I like the scratch, but if I had a meatloaf and I wanted to repurpose it.
Yeah, this is like tons of flavor.
Yeah.
Diane says, well, now, I'm glad 2 weeks ago I mentioned using the leftover meatloaf with rice to give you the idea of cabbage rolls. You're the one. It was her, the woman.
It's all your fault.
The woman made me do it. These are really good. I think Max will like these. I don't know where he is.
Yeah, well, if he ever gets a chance.
Yeah, I've got more coming.
Where's the rest of them?
Well, there's some here. And then I've got another pan back there.
Oh.
Annette says, I have froze a cabbage before to make rolls. When it thaws, the leaves are limp and comes off nicely. I read that too. I saw that a lot of people were doing that. And but then I kept seeing that, that they froze their cabbage for like 3 days and then they did it, and I didn't have 3 days. So I was like, well, I'm just going to go. Well, I admit, when I saw an opportunity to steam the whole cabbage head in the eye pot, I took it. I rubbed my butt. I don't care.
Snap.
Two totally different flavors.
Yeah.
But both good. The one that's baked is closer to an original recipe. The other one is just... It's a Diane and Jill recipe. Okay, Janice says, Jill, the meatloaf recipe, is it from your cookbook coming out this month? Cannot wait for that. Yes. However, it's in on my online bookshop. Over there. Go over to simpledailyrecipes.com/bookshop. I'll have a video card here. Hold on. Let me show you. Right. There you go. Go over there to that. Follow that link. And scroll down. And you should see a meatloaf and brown gravy PDF download. And that's the meatloaf recipe that I used, that I baked yesterday. So you don't have to wait for my book. You can just go ahead and get that now and start cooking. Y'all dance with me. Love y'all. Have fun today. Bye, y'all.